Hi there, this is John Thompson, founder and lead advisor here at SMPL Mortgage. We're going to be discussing the Divorce Maximizer case study in this video. So let's get going. Really, the objective here is to show how we can assist the divorcing homeowner, their journey towards peace of mind, closure, and financial security throughout this entire process. Oops. All right, so here's the problem, right? So, divorce is obviously a very sensitive and emotional topic. Oftentimes, the income dependency that they're looking at after this is all settled affects their ability, one or both of them, to purchase new homes or make real estate decisions around financing. For most couples, real estate equity is their largest asset. And there's an intersection really between different disciplines here: family law, financial, tax planning, real estate, and mortgage planning. All of these have to kind of work together to achieve the ideal outcome. And so really high levels of expertise are needed here. And oftentimes the mistake made at this level can compound over time. There's not a lot of professionals, I believe, that are really knowledgeable in all these different related fields. So you do need to have a great team in it together. I happen to be a CDLP, a certified divorce lending professional, so we have kind of a unique perspective on how this works. So where's the opportunities? Again, talking about the largest asset, their home equity. Oftentimes one or the other spouse wants to stay in the home for stability reasons or family reasons and so forth. In order to be able to make mortgage payments, there could be spousal support needed. And then how we divide these assets and the debt division is absolutely going to impact their ability to qualify for mortgages. And again, it could be both spouses or just one or the other. And advice from one professional that's not coordinated with all the other professionals could certainly affect negatively the outcome that someone's looking to achieve. So really, this stuff should all be really coordinated. And typically, these are not coordinated disciplines. The reality is these things don't oftentimes work together. So the opportunity around the divorce really is the solution on how to kind of make it all work. All right. So again, talking about developing a cohesive plan across all these different advisors would avoid unseen issues. We view our role as a mortgage planner could potentially coordinate all these options and so forth, or at least make sure that we know that the different people are chatting together. Mortgage planning really is a bridge, because we specialize in the real estate, equity buyouts, lump sum versus support payments, and all the documentation needed for the post-divorce planning around mortgage and debt and real estate, right? And so ultimately, we believe that spouses are going to support, they'll have better decisions if they do this work kind of early in the process. So we believe that, creating this divorce maximizer plan based on the goals that have been stated out there helps support the negotiation process, analyze all the different options and stability for all parties. We help analyze, selling versus keeping the home. And again, early is the great thing. And work closely with the family attorney to figure out sort of what is the house, how does it blend into all this kind of stuff. So here's a case study of a client. We have a divorcing couple, and this is on the upper left, the client scenario here. Divorcing couple in their mid-40s, $1,250,000 home, about a $550,000 first mortgage, and a line of credit that was taken out really to support this one spouse. It was for a business that was started up. Student loan of $71,000 also that's related to one spouse, responsible for it. And then I apologize. There's a note in here. It shouldn't be in here. So this should not be our spending needs. Should be out there. But anyway, so one spouse is not working. There's a failed business, which is part of the reason they're splitting up. There's $300,000 probably needed to buy out the spousal equity. So the goals they're looking for are: the wife would like to keep the home for stability. The husband would like a lump sum payment to be able to move on with his life and open a different business. But the bottom line is she can't afford to do all this with the $300,000 adding to the existing mortgage debt. The husband has agreed to leave with an agreement to do it, so they have a kind of a clear path to be able to get this financing done. And there is a joint desire to resolve the HELOC and the student loan questions that reside really with the husband in terms of the way they plan for it. So what's the plan, right? So we refinance the mortgage to pay to an amount the wife can afford. We work backwards to get to that number. We use part of those proceeds to pay off the line of credit and the student loan, which improves the cash flow by almost $500 a month. The wife is going to agree to pay a smaller lump sum to the husband in order to relieve him of the responsibility for the home equity line of credit and the student loan. And then they negotiated a promissory note to be paid for the balance that was not paid today. This will be paid upon either the sale of the home or in monthly payments when it's starting in 3 years. The wife is staying in the home as a successful business is growing pretty rapidly, and she believes she'll be able to afford to either keep the home and do a buyout, or if she doesn't, then she could sell the home at that point, and they've agreed to that with this lump sum. So we started with the goal of keeping the house. A mortgage amount that was cash flow affordable drove most of the key planning, right? So we really had to work backwards to get to a number that's going to work to allow them. Not everyone got everything they wanted, but they got most of what they wanted, right? So in this case, it was a mediation. It worked really well. They did want to avoid a court order settlement process, so the mediation worked well. And the proceeds that were available were sort of maximized today. So key results: improved cash flow and debt consolidation. The wife was able to keep the home for family and financial support. The husband began with no new debt. He got a smaller lump sum, but he was able to kind of move on, and he knows he's got a payment stream starting in 3 years or another lump sum at that point. And here's just kind of numbers behind it. You'll see here the cash flow benefits. You'll see the total debt they took on, and the rest of the key figures here that help improve the entire situation. So a wonderful case study. They're all going to be unique. Every divorce is interesting and different. But the goal of trying to help both parties really get to a place where they have some peace and can move on with their lives is critical. And really, it is a journey, right? So the strategy, we talk about the situation, we create a custom plan, and then we engage around that. And in the case of divorce planning, we're working to coordinate all the different related financial parties and other professionals in this situation. So I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you very much for your time.